reporting for duty.
Welcome to Yupari Gaming. Today I'm continuing High Isles chapter's main storyline. This time I'm gonna go to Amenus. First time during this storyline. So I have to talk to Captain Bashrush, whatever, and there
Sorry, Lady
she
Arabelle, I
is.
couldn't find any of the volumes on your list at my last port.
No time for books today, my darling. My friend has a favor to ask, so play nicely.
Good health to you, Wayfarer. I'm the captain of the Shackled Guar. Now tell me, what grand adventure has Lady Arabelle drafted you into, and what does it have to do with me? Talk fast, Mainlander. I sail for Amanos on the tide.
Lady Arabelle wants us to go with you. We need to get to Amenus without being noticed.
Oh? And I suppose she's offering her usual pouch of gold and the promise of an evening's company at her manor? She does know the way to this sailor's heart.
So you will get us to Amenus.
If that's your port of call, who am I to argue? Just know the dangers before you step aboard my ship. If they process you in the stockade, you'll never leave Amanos alive. If you head into the jungle, beware the beasts and the gangs of banished.
Gangs of Banished.
The gangs of prisoners who band together to survive in the jungle. They're all bad, but the green serpents are the worst. Here, for you and the pretty boy. Disguises. Put them on and try to look appropriately forlorn as you go aboard my ship.
Why do we need disguises?
You need disguises because you want to travel aboard a prison ship, and because you want to avoid notice when we reach Amanos. So, disguises. You'll look like just two more poor bastards bound for the prison island, guaranteed.
How do you know Lady Arabelle?
You know the lady. She picks up strays wherever she goes, helps with her work, and she enjoys the company. The first time we met, she was supposed to arrest me for smuggling. Instead, she turned me into an operative and we broke a much larger ring.
Sounds dangerous. How did she convince you to do that?
Oh, the lady has her ways. And I could never say no to a pouch full of gold and a pretty face. Say, your face is pretty. Maybe if you survive and make it off Amanos, you can call on me. Just ask around the docks. Everyone knows old Bass Rush.
Fast rush, okay. Thank you. Okay, let's see. Where is this? Some quest items? Yes.
The Shackled Guar is just down the pier. Move, you dirty prisoners.
You get them
I
there,
might
you
keep
old sea
this.
dog, and I'll get them out.
I'll do my job, Arabelle. And remember, I like pomegranate wine with my salted mud.
Inside, prisoner. Move!
Oh, this is nice disguise. This doesn't affect my
Over here.
top art. Well, it's a guild item, quest item, so that means that I cannot keep it.
Like my new outfit? What better way to search Amino Station than disguised as a jailer, huh? I'll see what I can learn about our missing royals here in the stockade and around town. You head to the jungle. From what I already heard, you need to hurry.
What did you hear, Chakarn?
Before I engaged in two of my three favorite activities, eavesdropping and thievery, I heard the jailers talking about a bounty placed by the Green Serpent's prison gang. They're offering a reward for three nobles that washed ashore in the jungle.
You think that's related to the three alliance leaders?
What else could it be? Do you know of any other noble-born people who were lost at sea in the area? So head north and go through the big gate. That's your way into the jungle. Meanwhile, I'll see whether or not House Mornard is involved in all this.
Once I find the Alliance leaders, how do I get off this island?
First, find the leaders. If you can't do that, find the serpents. One of them is bound to know something. I hear they have a camp northeast of the jungle gate. And take this flare. The 3 captains are circling the island waiting for your signal.
Any other words of advice before I head out?
Try not to let anything in the scary jungle kill you. Just head north, go through the gate, and head north some more. I hear there's a green serpent camp out that way. Hey, you got this! I mean, you probably got this. If anyone's got this, it's you.
Any useful words of advice?
Ooh, that's hurtful. And here I thought we were friends. But let me think. Oh, there's a coin fort on the far side of the island. Steer clear of that unless you run out of other options. It's controlled by the serpents, and they're stone-cold killers.
Do you think the Green Serpents are connected to the Ascendant Order?
I haven't seen any signs of the Order here on Amanos. Yet. But there must be a connection, right? How else would the Serpents know about the Alliance leaders if the Ascendant Order didn't tip them off?
I'll head into the jungle and start looking.
And I'll start digging around out here. Oh, and if you were wondering, I'll hop a ship back to High Isle when I'm finished. Easy enough out here in Amano Station, as long as you don't look like one of the prisoners.
Good luck, Jakarn.
After you secure the royals, find a clear beach, fire that flare.
Freedom, if we find the lost noble. I don't care what you say. I'm heading into the jungle.
Don't be stupid, Rasa. You're safer here in the stockade.
I am a good hunter. Freedom or death?
Look at here. New meat.
What were you and the Khajiit talking about?
You've got big ears, new meat. But if you must know, word around this stockade is that the Green Serpents are offering a way off this rock. Something about friends in high places. You just need to find a trio of nobles supposedly wandering the jungle.
You sound like you don't believe it.
What gave it away? The fact that no one gets off this rock? Or that the serpents have friends in high places? Or maybe how ridiculous it is to imagine nobles lost in the jungle. I'll tell you what I told Rasa. Going into the jungle is crazy.
I don't think so.
We need to learn how to stay on the good side of the jailers.
Through this gate lies the jungle of Amanos. Your home for the rest
This
of your
one knows she
miserable
can never leave the jungle.
Vanished.
But sometimes slipping through that gate is so tempting.
Oh, there it is.
You failed again, Asham. It's not my fault. Dangerous, powerful. I'm dangerous too, wretch. Pussy, hush, kill. No, not again. Ah! Triple the guard on the captured royals and find the others. I promise no we the ascendant face, and I won't.
Okay. Okay. Let's do this easy way. Well, easier
Maybe
way.
I should have waited for an escort at Amana's station, Mother.
Oh, it's
Another
Kashka.
fight. Well, if you... Oh. Walker, is that you? What are you doing here? Are you a prisoner? No matter. Just seeing you makes me feel 100 times better.
It's good to see you, Kaska. She has been very worried about you.
Sachi's alive!
Sachi.
That's good to know. Now I can kill him for getting us wrecked as soon as I see him.
No, you won't.
When the storm hit, it was all I could do to hang on to some wreckage and make it to this beach. We're on Amenos, right?
Yes, this is the prison island. I came to find you and the 3 alliance leaders.
The Alliance leaders, right. I keep meaning to try to find Queen Irene, but every time I get started, more of those prison mongrels rush out of the jungle and attack me. I love a good fight as much as the next sailor, but I'm exhausted.
If you are up to it, we can search the Queen and the others together.
Sure, 2 noses are better than 1. If we can pick up Queen Irene's scent, I can track her. That's sort of my specialty. The nose knows, as the kittens say. Stay close and follow me.
Right behind you, Kaska.
Let's look around. If I catch a familiar scent, I can follow it.
How did you and Zachi get picked to transport Queen Irene to the peace conference?
Peace conference. Is that what this is all about? Zaji received orders from the crown, probably because of our reputation as dragon slayers. And smugglers, we're good at that too.
What about the rest of your crew?
Chisbari, Sidura, and the rest stayed behind in Central because of the secrecy. They gave us royal agents to crew the Pounce. I'm not sure there are any other survivors to find. I didn't see anyone else make it to shore.
Okay, lead the way.
Give me a moment. Someone used this shelter recently. Their scent is fresh. Familiar. This way. What have we got here? The remains of a fire. There are tracks here. This way. Let me take a sniff. Ah. There was a fight here. What's that? On the ground. That medallion has the Queen's scent all over it. There! I have her trail. Follow me. The Queen is in danger.
This jungle is dangerous, Casca. Even your friend shouldn't be wandering about. Ariel, bless my crown, but it's good to see you, my friend. Don't tell me you got washed onto this oblivion-cursed rock, too. You have my apologies, old friend.
I must smell like a 3-day dead gua right now.
Lady Arabelle sent me to find you and the other Alliance leaders.
Ah, Lady Arabelle. I knew she wouldn't leave us to rot in this jungle. But she only sent you. Not an army or a chivalry of knights. No matter. I welcome the company. Trouncing these green serpent bastards is amusing, but I'm starting to grow weary.
I can signal a rescue ship as soon as we find High King Emeric and Prince Ernskar.
Ah, yes. We were together for a time, but we argued and he rushed off in a huff. I believe I know where to find him after we make some preparations for our rescue. You can signal a ship, but I can help calm the storm that hugs the coast.
Oh. Says you made a mistake. Oh, whatever. How can you do that?
Never heard about my time with the Sea Elf pirates? They taught me some weather magic. Could you get what I need for the ritual? A claw from a volcanic beast, a feather, and the bones of a drowned sailor. Sadly, these beaches are thick with those.
I'll find the items you need for your weather ritual.
Gather the claw, a feather, and the bones, and I'll make sure the rescue ship can reach the shore safely. While you're gone, I want to take a look at Casca's wounds. She won't admit it, but I can see that she's hurt pretty badly.
Can you tell me what happened before your ship was wrecked?
It was a well-planned attack. I could sense the magical nature of the summer storm, and none of my own arcane protections functioned. They blocked them somehow. If the storm hadn't raged out of control, I'd be dead now.
You know they lost control of their storm ritual.
Of course. I'm not an archmage, but I know my way around a spell or two. They must have had agents aboard as well, because I sensed a pulse of magicka before the storm hit. Whatever it was, the bastards rendered every enchanted item we had useless.
Do you plan to go forward with the peace talks?
Absolutely. Tamriel is changing and her leaders must adapt. The situation in Cyrodiil right now, I can't see a way forward. Perhaps these talks represent a solution. I'm always in favor of people sitting down to have an earnest conversation.
You mentioned the pulse of magicka. Is that why we couldn't track your invitation medallions?
Perhaps. I also understand that Amanos has protections in place to discourage scrying and portal spells. Between the two, it's no wonder the Mages Guild couldn't trace our medallions.
Okay, I think I'm going to second round. Okay, let's see. Where are these items? Okay, Wolkesh Claw. Maybe I'm gonna take this next. Uh-oh.
Get up, I need you.
Harpy Feather. And last but not least, Sailor's Bones.
Casca will be all right. And you have the items? Well done. While portals to and from Amanos are prohibited, I can teleport within the confines of the island. It just takes more effort. Interesting. Thank you for procuring these items. With them, I can clear the storm when we're ready to depart.
We still need to find Hiking Emmerich and Prince Ernskar.
Oh, very well, if you insist. You may not believe this, but Emmerich and I do not always see eye to eye. He's as stubborn as his throne is uncomfortable. Why the Bretons insist their king must suffer every time he sits down, I'll never understand.
Where were you when King Emmerich took off on his own?
Here, I'll mark your map. It was just north of here. I wonder how excited you'll be when the eagle and the lion are back together again. We tend to argue. A lot. I'll catch up after I prepare the items you brought me for the ritual.
Be careful, Queen Iren. The green serpents are still hunting for you.
Have no fear, I'll be along shortly. I just need to... Never mind, it's complicated. Magica. Don't worry, I've got this. Go find Emmerich.
Can you tell me what happened before your ship was wrecked?
It was a well-planned and dastardly attack. I could sense the magical nature of the summoned storm, and none of my own arcane protections functioned. They blocked them somehow. If the storm hadn't raged out of control, I'd be dead now.
You know they lost control of...
Of course. I'm not an archmage, but I know my way around it. I'll be fine. I just need a moment. Sea elf magic
I think
always so particular.
voice of Queen Iren
This
is
will help
not
us immensely.
Kate
We'll see.
Beckinsale anymore. At least she's not credited for one on IMDb.
This is the spot. But no Emmerich. That man is infuriating. This complicates the situation. Let's talk. Emmerich isn't here, but he left behind a number of green serpents. For a man of his advanced years, he can still swing a powerful sword.
Can you tell me what happened before your ship... what the hell? Any ideas on how we can find... Did we not say this?
Emmerich is nothing if not reliable. Look at the way the dead serpents are laid out. Isn't it obvious? He left a trail to follow. It leads directly into the cave just up the path. Go ahead and look for him. I'll be along shortly. The poultices should have done their job by now, so I want to go back and retrieve Casca. We will want her strength at our side before this is over, and she needs to be nearby when you signal for the rescue ship.
All right. I'll go look for a hiking Emmerich in the cave over there.
Don't worry about me. If I could survive the politics of Somerset, I can handle an inhospitable island. I'll retrieve Casca and we'll meet up with you in a bit. It was a well-planned and dastardly attack. I could sense...
Why the hell it's repeating that same line over and over and over?
You there! I'm begging you.
Nope.
This is a shipwreck. The others need...
serpents to fight. Good. I'm just getting started. You don't appear to be one of these green serpent ruffians. Shame. I was hoping to notch an even 20. My friend, what a turn of fate to meet you here of all places. I didn't accidentally banish you to Amanos, did I? No, of course not. I'd remember if I saw your name on one of those prison writs. But what are you doing here? Pray, tell.
Lady Arabelle sent me to find you and the other Alliance leaders.
Lady Arabelle, you say? How is the dear woman? She and I have shared quite a few close calls over the years. But she only sent you? I assumed I merited at least a dozen knights or so. Ah, well, I assume you have a way to get us off this damn island.
I can signal a rescue ship as soon as we find Prince Ernskar, and Queen Irene can clear the storm.
Ah, you've seen Irene. And she's still alive? Good. Do you know, I was looking for young Ernskar when these serpents rushed out and tried to toss me in that cage. I showed them. But I think they may have captured our wayward Nord prince.
I did overheard some green serpents mention they had captured one of you.
I half expected to find our young Nord prince sitting atop a pile of dead serpents, but no such luck. Let's take a look around and see if we can find anything that points to where the serpents might be holding Uran's pup.
All right, I'll look around.
Come to think of it, I also heard these serpents mention a captured noble. I suppose that's what whoever's behind this told them. No reason to reveal we're royals. Instantly raises the bounty. I really wish I'd taken one of them prisoner, though.
What does a High King do exactly?
What does a High King do? Everything and nothing, or so it seems some days. I lead the Daggerfall Covenant, I rule over High Rock, and I attend meetings. So many meetings. Any other questions before more of these serpents show up?
How did you gain your crown?
Over my strenuous objections, honestly. I was Earl of Cumberland. Before King Gardner died, he dropped dead of the Nahartan flu, and suddenly I was crowned King of Wayrest. Haven't had a decent night's sleep since.
Why did the Pact send Prince Ernskine instead of his father?
That's a good question. Yoren the Scald King was invited, of course, but the official response we got out of Mournhold was short and sweet. His son would negotiate on the Pact's behalf.
Do you think that's going to be a problem?
Not for me. I have heard that Ernskar is something of a royal pain in the arse. But aren't we all, to some extent? Perhaps Yoren is using this as a training exercise. If Ernskar doesn't make matters worse, maybe he'll learn something.
Okay.
Look around. Ernskar was here before they moved him. I'm sure of it. Fights like a giant. That sounds like the Scald King's axe. Let's find Queen Irene, shall we? All that dead loud
I think there is something odd with High King's voice. I don't know. At least he's still voiced by same person.
Good to see you still well, Emmerich.
And you, Irene. Nice, cat. I say, friend, let's chat. I washed up alone, and now I'm surrounded by allies. At least, allies for the nonce. It's funny how fate can change in a moment, eh? Let's talk about the things we found in the cave.
We found a note from a Kree Serpent leader.
Right. Mentions taking their captive noble to the coin fort. That has to be Prince Ernskar. Amanos used to be a stronghold for High Rock slave traders, but that was many years ago. There's a crumbling old ruin just west of here.
There were Breton slave traders.
A long time ago, yes. Not something the Covenant sanctions today. But you're missing the pertinent point. The Green Serpent gang is using the old coin fort as a hideout, and they're holding Prince Ernskar there.
We also found the Skald King's axe.
We did indeed. There are songs sung about that weapon. Literally. Yoren performed one of them the last time we shared company. We must return it to the prince when we find him. Anyway, our course seems clear. We make for the coin fort to the west.
Right. We'll meet at the coin fort.
Don't worry about me. I'll meet you at the coin fort. It's just west of here, if I remember my maps. I'll just spend the walk thinking about the choices I've made. A little retrospective.
Okay.
To the coin fort. Shall we journey there together, Iran?
Like I have to take little detour.
Truth be told, this is one of the most relaxing diplomatic missions I've had in quite some time.
Walker, we need to talk. Bright moons shine upon us, Walker. Before you arrived, I did some sniffing. A scent like the one that lingers on that axe you found. It's inside the Coin Lord's old fort. I'd bet Zaji's left ear that it's Prince Ernskar.
Any idea on how we get inside?
Queen Irene suggests subterfuge. They seek the nobles. Let's give them one.
You are suggesting we hand over one of the Alliance leaders.
In a word, yes. Pretend Emmerich is your prisoner. Escort him to the front gate and wait for them to let you in. Meanwhile, the Queen and I will await your signal. After we free Ernskar, we'll find a place to signal the rescue ship.
As long as the High King agrees, that could work.
The High King most definitely agrees. Lead on, my foul captor.
Come, Casca. Let's see how much trouble we can get into.
If you insist.
Hey, Judson, what are the nobles? You, bring that prisoner inside at once. Sentry, unlock the gate.
I'll draw the serpents out. Be ready.
Can you walk a little bit faster?
Wants. Unlock the gate and grab him.
Is no one's prisoner. Get them!
Bet they weren't expecting that.
Ascendant Order won't make good on their promise if he's dead, much breath.
Can I assume this is a rescue? The King's Arrow? Is that really you, my friend? Where you fly, victory is sure to follow. But what are you doing here? How did you find me?
Here with High King Emeric and Queen Irene. We came to rescue you.
So all 3 Alliance delegates still live? Good. As soon as I came ashore, I was set upon by the Serpents. I made the bastards pay. But even the son of Euron, the Skull King, can't fight an entire prison gang on his own. There were too many of them.
Here's your father's axe. Come on. Once we reach the shore, I can signal a ship to pick us up.
Sungir, Axe of the Skull King. Ah, it feels good to cradle you in my arms again, you powerful blade. But we can't go yet. The Serpent said that something called the Ascendant Order is behind us. Their leaders, the Lord and Magus, are here.
Now is not the time, Prince Ernskar. We need to get you and the others to High Isle.
And we will, after we deal with the Ascendant Order leaders. Emeric would agree, and so would Irene. Come, friend. We can deal with these traitors in one fell swoop.
All right, I'm with you. Let's deal with the Ascendant Order leaders. I have a bad feeling about this.
With Sungir once more in hand, I feel better already. Let's find this Ascendant Lord and his Magus. I want to show them what it means to attack a Nord warrior.
Why isn't your father attending the peace talks?
Someone was going to ask that eventually. Publicly, Euron wants me to step up. The Pact is a sprawling alliance facing threats from all sides. The Skull King has many responsibilities. This is his way to finally allow me to share his burdens.
And privately?
Privately? The old goat is someone warming his bed at night, and refuses to stray too far from home. She's a lovely Riften lass, Brunhilde. My father's never been happier. He was only too eager to let me travel in his stead and represent the Pact.
After, do you still plan to participate in these talks?
Hope is for poets, like my father. I am a warrior. One does not shy from battle at the first sign of danger. Even if nothing is gained from these conversations, Emeric, Irene, and I shall be the ones who decide when to quit the field.
Tell me about yourself, Prince Ernskar.
Curious about the Prince of Windhelm, are you? What do you want to know? I have nothing to hide.
How was the Ebonheart Pact formed?
You don't know the story? How our 3 disparate peoples came together to repel the Akaviri invaders? I haven't always thought so, but I believe the Nords, the Dark Elves, and the Argonians are truly stronger together. I've seen it firsthand.
Except Argonians would never make alliance with Dark Elves. Do you and your father get along?
A personal question. My relationship with the Skull King is complex. He loves the chance to teach lessons, to pass on his tales. But he is still disappointed that I can't sing, forever denying him that father-son duet he's always dreamed of.
What did you do before you took up your role as prince?
My role? I've been a prince my entire life. My youth was not unlike yours, I imagine. I hunted, I fought, and I learned my lessons. I bathed in the frigid waterfalls that crash from the high peaks, and wrestled with wolves for sport. The usual.
Okay.
It feels good to be armed again. I've missed you so, dear. Let's listen in.
We will have your missing nobles by day's end, my lord.
See that you do. Magus, summon the order. We meet on High Isle on the morrow.
Enough! Get down there!
My liege, we must go.
To escape.
Go on. Find a way outside so you can signal the ship. I need a moment. Guess I'm not as recovered as I ocean. That's a good place to use your signal. Shore's both. Let's see that light all the way back in Wilhelm. Let's get to the dock.
Am I meant to jump down from here? No. I need to go here.
Hold them at bay. The elf rituals are fickle things that I can quiet the storm.
Reinforcements! Attack! No! Get! Kill you!
Can reach us through this storm.
Patience, lad. Irene is working on that.
Waves and storms. Heed my call and still your fury.
It's working! I don't believe it. She actually did it.
Onto the ship, quickly.
We got them all! Even Casca! Friend, give the word and Saji will have you back as man.
A daring rescue, a clean escape. Well done, my friend. I can't wait to tell Queen Maria all about it.
How have you been, Your Majesty?
Very well. Thanks for asking. It feels like forever and a day since you acted with my authority on the Covenant's behalf, doesn't it? I must say, shipwrecked or not, it's a pleasure to have you by my side again.
What did you think about the events in Orsinium?
Quarog. He was complicated. Quite literally saved my life, you know. Your role in his death and Basrag's rise to power, all very understandable given the situation. But I'd be lying if I said it wasn't a somber day. when I heard the news.
How are you getting along with Besrog?
Well, we've had him by the palace a few times. He brings along a barrel of Korog's favorite ale, and we toast the memory of dead warriors. Strong alliances have been forged on less than that, don't you know?
Did you hear about the Dietrich plot in Blackwood?
I did. The reports were terrible. After everything that's happened, you'd think one more Daedric prince trying to take over the world wouldn't shock me. And yet...
The Emperor making weapons of children is slut to stomach.
It's not as if the Longhouse Emperors were known for their temperance, but yes, it's disgusting. Incredibly impressive, your actions in Blackwood.
How did you...
Actually, I have a question for you. The head of my intelligence ring, Copper Daria, she's an Ogrim. Scares me half to death, but she's terribly effective. She mentioned your name in connection to the Thieves' Guild, of all things. Care to explain?
Some friends of mine were unfairly targeted, Your Majesty. I helped them out.
Ha! Good answer. I'll let you in on a little secret the other Alliance leaders won't tell you. Commerce in Tamriel won't work without outlaws. Why else do you think we let them place those ostentatious little hidey holes and refuges everywhere?
Yeah, I kind of figured that out.
The Ascended Magus and his lord are cowards. Neither would stand and fight. They call themselves knights? Hardly. At least we heard their plans. A meeting on High Isle, we heard the Ascended Lord say.
How fares the Alliance?
The Ebonheart Pact is as strong as ever, thanks in part to warriors like you. Tell me, are you still having fun? Does your heart still leap at the sight of the dragon banner?
Yes, Prince in Ernskar, it does.
Good. At first I had my doubts about this alliance. But fighting alongside the Dark Elves and the Argonians, I have learned we are stronger together. This is why the pact was forged. Why one day, our banner will fly across all of Tamriel.
Sorry to say, but that's not gonna happen.
As depressing as it sounds, that's the most fun I've had in months. To be honest, I wasn't sure the ritual would work. If it hadn't, let's assume Zaji could have navigated through the storm and reached us anyway. Yeah, let's go with that.
Did you have any trouble reaching the dock?
Between Emmerich and I, the green serpents scattered like leaves in a strong breeze. And thanks to Casca's formidable presence, the rest were quick to abandon their posts. I made sure to hold off on the ritual until I saw the signal flare.
Do you think we will have more trouble with the Ascended Order? Well, I am. I think.
Absolutely. They raised a storm and sank 3 ships to try to kill us. As long as their leaders live, there's no reason to expect them to just surrender. At least Emmerich, Ernskar, and I still draw breath. Thanks to you.
There is too many.
Zaji's ship was closest when the signal flare ignited. Do you like it? I call it the perfect pounce. 2! Anyway, Zaji is supposed to get you back to Mandrake Manor as quick as he can. Just give the order, and we'll leave these dreadful shores.
Okay. Or I just do it myself.
Ah, nice to be back in the city. Lady Arabelle wants you back at Mandrake Manor.
Yeah, I'm on my way.
Walker, Lady Arabelle wants to see you in the courtyard.
Well, here comes our hero now. Well done, my dear.
Excellent. Who wants a drink? The Prince of Windhelm is buying.
Hold fast there, lad. We're safe for now, but the battle's just begun.
Good work finding the Alliance leaders and getting them off Aminos safely. I'm quite proud of you, my dear. Lord Bacaro and I will spirit them to a more secure location shortly. Then we can turn our attention back to the Ascendant Order.
The Ascendant Order plans to hold a large gathering somewhere on High Isle.
So Prince Ernskar told me. We'll get to that. First, you need to rest, and I need to make sure our royal guests remain safe. For now, take this. As long as I can count on you, there's more where that came from.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks to you, the royals have finally reached High Isle. While the Ascendant Order has lost their prizes, they remain a threat. Once the Ascendant Lord and his magus learn the Alliance leaders are here, they will stop at nothing to reach them.
How do we protect the Alliance leaders until the peace talks?
Lord Bacaro and I have a secure place. They'll be safe enough there. So far, we've been on the defensive, reacting to events. The time has come to take the fight to the Ascendant Order, and my plan starts with this meeting you heard about on Aminos.
Right. The Alliance Lord told the magus to assemble the Order on High Isle.
And I think I know how to determine where this assemblage will take place. While you were away, I received reports of Ascendant Order activity at Mistmouth Cave. I propose we investigate, and if luck is with us, catch ourselves a lord and a magus.
I'll help you investigate Mistmouth Cave.
Mistmouth Cave lies on the northern coast of High Isle. It's a favorite of outlaws and pirates. I'll meet you there. I need to go over some details with Jakan one more time. Things tend to go in one ear and out the other with that one, you know.
The Alliance leaders aren't safe here at Mandrake Manor.
Not as safe as they could be. Lord Bacaro, Valessi and I arranged for the Mages Guild to protect the conference site on All Flags Islet with powerful defensive spells. I'll rest easier with the delegates safely behind those wards.
So the peace talks will go forward.
That's our hope. Now that the Alliance leaders are here and safe, they just need a little time to recover from their ordeal. And we need to make sure the Ascendant Order no longer poses a threat.
Are you sure you want to investigate the cave in person?
Worried about me? Oh, pish-posh. I was dealing with brigands, trolls, and threats to the realm since well before Rancer launched his ill-fated little war. There's nothing in this archipelago that I can't handle. But thanks for your concern, dear.
Remind me, what's happening on High Isles again? On High Isle again.
I know the feeling. I couldn't keep it all straight without my notebooks. The Ascendant Order wants to kill the leaders of the three alliances. They sent a storm to sink the ships carrying them here for the peace conference.
Right. The Alliance leaders survived and I rescued them from Aminos.
That's correct, dear. And while you were rescuing Prince Ernskar, you overheard the Ascendant Lord tell the Magus to summon the Order to a meeting on High Isle. We're going to follow up on that and figure out where this meeting will take place.
Sure enough.
Why must we sit on our hands?
Okay. That was yet another episode of High Isles chapters main storyline. I'm gonna end this video here and I'm gonna continue this main story on later video. Thanks for watching and I'll catch you on next one. Bye.